Welcome back, everyone. This is Richard Kuhns, author of How to Get Your Life Back from Morgellons, chronic Lyme, and other skin parasites, along with my co-host Robin. And we're going into the Q&A section now. So anyone who has a question, please open their lines, Chris, and we'll go through them one by one.
How you doing, Rich?
Okay.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing good. I got to say, the diet is a very critical factor in this whole thing. Besides bathing and stuff like that, I got to say, I could tell everybody online. I spent $10,000 to try somebody to heal me, and it didn't work. So I'm letting everybody know my own experience, what I went through, going through rabbit holes or whatever with trying to find an answer, and this was the only game in town I could find that worked. That's
glad to hear
really
that,
all I have.
May I do a weight check, Nick? I remember you started at about 490 pounds, was it?
370 pounds. Now about 260.
260. Okay, that's phenomenal. A drop of over 100 pounds. I'm sorry about the 490. I don't know where the 490 came in. But yes, that's phenomenal. Fantastic. Okay. Congratulations. I'm glad you're on your way to getting your life back. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep coming
God
back.
Bless you.
We love to hear from you. Nick is one of our coaches who will give us a phone number out after we stop recording later on. You don't have to get your life totally back to be a coach. You just have to know that the diet works and that you're on your way to getting your life back. There are many, many updates I wrote a few years ago while I was dealing with these organisms, and they were, again, attacking me. So you don't have to be where I am right now, totally free of all. Just to give a quick rundown: Strongyloides cervicalis, I had it. Morgellons, Columbella, I've had it. Skin fungus, I've had it. Chronic Lyme disease to the point I was incapacitated, could barely walk or even write my name. I had it. Skin tub rash, well, it was a minor problem along the way because I used the Whirlpool. But all gone, 99%. I'm not here somebody retired telling you what I think you can do. I'm telling you what you can do, what you will do, utilizing the protocols. And again, as we always tell you, none of us are medical doctors. The FDA requires me to inform you that before you start any of the diet or follow any of my recommendations, to discuss them thoroughly with your doctor to make sure they do not interfere with any health problems. The AMA requires me to inform you that we don't treat, cure, diagnose, or mitigate any health problems, any diseases. We're here to educate you how to utilize the diet, how to clean your skin, and how to clean your environment, and the targeted supplements that can make a difference in building health and immune functioning. So thank you, Nick. Anyone else? Chris?
Mary, your line is open, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Richard. I gave my last 4 digits in case I had a question, and I don't have a question, but I wanted to tell you I so appreciate you being here, and I don't know what I would do without your diet and your book.
Well, take a moment and tell us how you're doing with the diet, what you noticed.
I noticed that when I have a birthday and I eat chocolate, that the springtails really bite.
Oh, really? That's apparently chocolate with sugar, the milk chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's dark chocolate, but I have a problem with dairy, and the cocoa butter in it, I think, was the culprit. There's a lot of things I can't eat that are on your diet, but that's because of my body. But yeah, my birthday was last week, so I celebrated a little bit. But
great.
I'm back on the diet, and already I'm seeing a difference.
Well, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I often say don't just do the diet, make the diet work. And while dark chocolate is something that is on the diet, it is not good for you. So you figured that out through, did you keep a diary? How did you discover that dark chocolate was not good for you?
Well, it started when I tried the recipe for the chocolate with the xylitol in it, and I started having problems with that, and then I found out that I definitely had problems with xylitol, and then I tried the chocolate for my birthday and found out I had problems with the chocolate too.
Okay, well, yeah, xylitol is definitely not on the diet. Anything ending in an OL, like mannitol, xylitol, definitely not on the diet. And yes, so you figured out how to make the diet work. And tell me how it is when the diet works. How do you feel? What's your itching and biting like, and the symptoms?
Well, before the diet, I was just I had columbella, and they were just killing me. They were biting me, and I couldn't sleep, and they were in my scalp, and it was just horrible. And within a couple days of starting the diet, the biting stopped, and then over time the crawling stopped, and then I was able to get back to life.
Fantastic, great to hear. So. Thank you very much for sharing. That is fantastic. We're glad to hear. That's how it's supposed to work. And once you get the diet to work, then and only then would I ask you to consider ordering anything from our store, because I don't want you ordering stuff, or anybody. I'm not just saying this to you, but I don't want anybody ordering stuff from our store and saying it's not working if the diet hasn't kicked in. The diet is the crux, the key. And now you can have phenomenal progress and get your life back. Thank you very much for sharing.
So I'm very grateful to have found this phone call, actually. Been feeling pretty hopeless in this whole thing. I've dealt with this for about 4 years. And I did find your diet early on. I was doing it, and I just didn't have a whole lot of support and was very lost in the whole journey. So I ended up kind of giving up and was like, whatever. And so it's obviously gotten a lot worse. So I'm ready to kind of take that on now. So that's kind of why I came. I found this and I was like, well, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. So mine's been a very interesting journey, but I'm glad to have found you.
Well, thanks for coming on, and yes, it is important that you get that diet to kick in. You heard the lady speaking before how life has changed for her with the diet. It does have its idiosyncrasies. The important thing is to work it, get it to kick in, and it's amazing, the results. And then you can go from there.
Okay. And then I did have one more question. As far as the coaching, what exactly does that entail?
Well, our coaches donate their time for free, and what you do is you text them and ask for a time for an appointment to speak with them, and then they will get back to you and either say they'll be available or suggest another time, and then you call them and you talk for 15, 30 minutes or whatever. They are here not to convince you to do the diet, not to convince you to read the book. It's important. It's a self-help program that we have. It's important that you read the book, you start the diet, and questions that you have about things that may not be totally explained in the book or whatever, or about items that you can have on the diet or not. You ask them, and they guide you through. That's what they do. They donate their time to help guide you through to get to the point they are.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, I don't think anybody will find this level of care and help anywhere in the universe when it comes to helping people with supporting people with Morgellons. Thank you. Who's next, Chris?
Jackie, your line is open, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Okay, so I'm new to the call too, and actually Ryan had just asked the question that I wanted to ask about the coaching. I contracted this in 2016, and I was actually able to put it into remission to the point where I thought I had cured myself. I took animal medicine, And now it's like back with a vengeance. I like itching, the biting. It's terrible. And I'm like, you know, like I don't know if it's the new apartment I moved into or what set it off, but it is back, and it is like not fun. You know, I even got a little lesion on my face again, which is not something that has happened in a long time. So yeah. So I just wanted to know about the coaching because I've never tried your approach. I never tried the King diet. I did get the debriding soap once upon a time, but with the pharmaceuticals, the thing is, it's not, you know, I don't want to take a chance in destroying my liver by consistently like having to take them all the time. So I was just trying to look for a more natural approach.
Yes, and you found it here. And of course, as I've stated before, getting that diet to kick in is number one. Number two is to figure out if you moved into a contaminated apartment. So disinfecting is going to be very important for you. And chapter 3 of the book is about 55 pages of information on various techniques to disinfect. Sometimes it's very easy, as it was for me, with simply spraying ammonia. Of course, ammonia is a neurotoxin, so you don't want to be around smelling it. We have ozone generators. We have organic disinfectants. One's called Benefect. We have a Metaclean, which is more of a chemical disinfectant. So the difference is with a Benefect, you can spray your counters, your kitchen counters, your utensils. With the Metaclean, you don't spray those areas. You don't use it there. Sometimes people have to use the electrostatic sprayer. You need to figure out what is in that apartment, or is it infected with some kind of mites, or do you see any flying organisms? A lot of them. You want to look at your drains. For instance, these organisms sometimes can breed in the drains, and the mites breed there and fly out, in which case you're going to be disinfecting the drains maybe 2 or 3 times a day with pouring some ammonia down or bleach. So that is a big challenge. The key is in the book. It guides you, and make notes, make copious notes. The people who do the best in the program are the ones who read that book 7, 8 times. Like in the previous section, we talked about fungal organisms. I forgot that MSM was affected with Candida. Of course, we haven't talked about Candida for a couple of years, but so I learned when I read that book. It's not coming from me. It's coming from the research I did, in which I recorded that research and organized it in such a way that hopefully everybody can benefit from it. And if there are questions, that's why we have coaching. So thank you very much. Get that diet to kick in and keep coming back.
Okay, thank you. I'll be back.
You're welcome. Who's next?
Alice has another question. Alice.
Yes, Alice.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I have panic attacks, very bad ones. And I need to know if this contributes to them any, and if the diet will help.
Well, the diet definitely is going to be beneficial for panic attack. By the way, I happen to be author of another book on Amazon, How to Cure, I forget the title of it, How to Cure Agoraphobia and Panic Attacks Naturally. So that book is also available, but the bottom line is with panic attacks, it's generally, don't take this the wrong way, but panic attacks are a disease of ignorance. And if every doctor knew the information in my book, they would not, there's nothing wrong with getting prescriptions to like Zoloft or whatever to help take the edge off. Nothing wrong with that. But it's the approach. The reason you have a panic attack is because your unconscious brain has interpreted something as a threat to your life. Now, people with panic attacks, or agoraphobia specifically, they walk into a Walmart and can't handle all the lights. All of a sudden, they have a panic attack and have to run out. And they end up having heart palpitations and all kinds of, and sometimes have to go to the hospital and have the EKG for the doctor to say, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, you know. Their breathing and their heart rates go bananas and their blood pressure goes bananas, and they end up saying, what's wrong with me? This is stupid. I go through this, I go to the doctor, and he says, nothing's wrong with me, but why is this happening to me? And, it's one simple thing. They simply don't realize that the brain is doing what it's supposed to do. It is through learned perceptions. The brain is saying that these lights or this space is a threat to your being, is going to kill you. But if you step back, no, that's not true. So this whole reaction is unneeded. And you come to conclusions. And there's a lady, Clara Weeks, who wrote about this many decades ago. What happens is that you have the beginning reaction, and then you have the reaction to the reaction, which is explosive, and you have the massive issues. So, if at all possible, you can email me, and I'll get you the link to the book, and you can get the ebook or the book and read it. There's no reason for anybody to suffer from anxiety or panic attacks. No reason, except they just don't know how to deal with them. The lack of information. It's very much like Morgellons. If you're not coming here, you're not going to know how to deal with it. If you're not coming here, you're not going to know how to deal with it.
You're right. Yes. Well, I really appreciate your help.
Well, what my experience is, I ran and operated a stress management facility for 20 years. I worked with many people with panic and anxiety and agoraphobia, many people. And my success rate, actually documented success rate in following up with people after they had been through the program, was 80%. 80%. That is phenomenal. There's nobody that gets 80%. No medication gets 80%.
True. Mine appears to be from water. And my nose stopped up, and I can't breathe. Or if I'm taking a shower.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the stressor is. It could be lights. It could be water. It could be a color. It could be anything, and it doesn't matter where it came from. Anxiety gets generalized. It starts when you have your first exam when you're 4 years old, when you're in elementary school, and you get butterflies, and then it generalizes, and it has something to do with your personality. All of this is explained in the book. There's only a specific personality that is prone to panic and anxiety attacks. So it's all, I've done it all. It's the most comprehensive resource you're going to find in the world.
Good, very good. I would love to get rid of them.
Okay, so email me. I'll send you a link to the book.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
Thank you.